This AI influencer named Ima recently made over $100,000 doing a sponsored ad for IKEA. And the crazy part is that she's not even real. Yes, there is a booming underground economy of AI generated influencers, and there are some creators becoming millionaires overnight just by having an AI generated influencer that blows up. With the recent advances in AI, it is fast becoming very difficult to distinguish which influencers are real and which ones are AI generated. And that blurry line is only going to get even more blurry as we're seeing AI capabilities advancing like rapid fire. Now, I have spent the last few months diving deep into this underground AI generated influencer economy, and I have done tremendous amounts of research into what the best platforms are to create your AI generated influencer, how to monetize your AI generated influencer, and then how to make them blow up. And today in this video, I'm going to show you how to do exactly all of those three things. So I will start by showing you the #1 best platform to generate your very realistic looking AI influencer. I'll then show you how to set this influencer up for success so that you can monetize them. I will show you the best platform to monetize your AI generated influencer that is still very much untapped and full of potential. And then finally, I will show you a few secret hacks on how to game the algorithm so that you can grow your influencer and scale to new heights. And who knows, you might just be one of the next AI influencer millionaires that emerge in this crazy underground economy. So if you're ready to dive into the ultimate blueprint on this crazy AI side hustle, then watch closely, take some notes, and follow all of my steps so that you will be well on your way to creating a successful AI influencer. Let's go. All right, guys, so for step 1, we are going to build our AI generated model. And remember, we are going to use a tool which ensures consistency, meaning that you can have pictures and video and it's always the same model. This is super important because there are many tools where you can create AI models, but they often lack the consistency that you need. And so I'm going to show you the best tool that I have found in order to create this for both pictures and video, and it is called Picasso. So with Picasso, you can simply sign in using your Google account or your email account. Now, you can see that I have been playing around here already, but I'm going to show you how easy it is to create your character. So the very first thing we want to do is we want to click on AI image generator over here. And we want to say that we want a close-up shot of the type of model that we are looking for. So I'll say a close-up face of a pretty lady with a nice smile. And then I also add realistic and full HD. That is important because we don't want it to output like an anime picture or a cartoon or anything like that. So we want realistic full HD of a pretty lady with a nice smile. All right, and here we have the generated images. And as you can see, these ladies all look pretty much the same, especially these last 3 over here. So I'm going to take the most clear facial shot, which is probably this one over here, and I'm going to download this image. So this is going to be my source image of the close-up face shot. This is also a very good one of the face, so maybe I will download this one as well, as she's looking more into the camera. And now I can create our first model. And so to do that, we'll go back to Picasso over here, and we will create an AI character. You can see I was already playing around with one, but for the purpose of the demonstration in this video, I'm going to show you how to do this from scratch. So I click on the AI character, and I am going to call this character Jane. Jane. All right. Next, I will click on the next step, and I'm going to upload the face that I just created using Picasso. So I'm going to upload the face here, and here they want us to crop the face to increase the face swap quality. All right, so this is nice and close, and this will help with our face swap quality. So they're really catching the face over here. We'll go to preview. That looks excellent, and we can save that there. And now we will create our AI character. Okay, now that we have done this with Jane, we want to train our AI character. And what this will do is it will ensure consistency, right? So we are going to go onto the blue button here, train, to train our AI character. And now they want us to add 10 to 50 images in order to train our character. So what I would recommend is that we open a new tab here on the AI image generator. So we will go here and open a new tab, and we will create more variations of Jane, our model. So this is our source image. I've already downloaded this one, so I'm going to download that one as well, which looks like she is very consistent. And I'm going to generate some more photos of Jane. So over here under influencer, the tab, I'm going to click on Jane. And now I will zoom out a little bit and I will say Jane sitting on a chair, just to give it something sterile. And I am going to ask it to follow my prompt exactly, so no creativity. And again, I will just remind it realistic, full HD, and I will generate a few more pictures. And what I'm doing is I am generating a few variations of Jane and ensuring that it always is Jane. And this is how I will train my AI influencer, by having a few different image variations and maintaining that consistency of her face. All right, now once I have all of my images, and we need at least 10, I can start to upload these images into the training of the AI character. All right, so I have uploaded 13 images here, and it says great, and I'm saying that I've got all the rights to upload and train these images because they are AI generated. Next, they are going to ask us to start with the training, and they've got a number of steps. So we're starting with 2,000 steps for the training. If you are confused about what it means in terms of the number of steps for training, here they are giving a guide on how many steps you should choose. It really does mean that the more steps you have on the training of your AI model, the more accurate and consistent all of the images you generate from her will become. But again, for the purpose of this video, and because it does take around 40 minutes to train for 2,000 steps, I'm going to select start training over here. And now Jane, my AI character, is busy training. And once that is complete, I will be able to unlock the AI image generator, where I will be able to generate consistent images of her all the time. And we can just give it any prompt. So Jane at the gym, Jane at the beach, Jane on an aeroplane, whatever we want. And we can have all those pictures and video, start to build up that content, and then upload that onto our Instagram profile. And this leads us to the second step, which is to set up the Instagram account and also a TikTok account if you want to be uploading a lot of video content. Now, bear in mind that generating video content does cost more gems over here. And if you're confused about how the gems work, they're basically like credits where you can purchase gems over here, and these gems will entitle you to then generate more images and more videos of your AI model. And here is the pricing for the purchasing of these gems or credits. You do also get a few gems for free when you sign up, so you can try it out first and play around. But yeah, let's move on to the creation of the Instagram account, because this is also super important. And what I would highly recommend is that you take a look at an existing AI model. So I will use the profile of Emma, who is the AI model who did that IKEA ad, which is insane. And over here, you can see the way that the profile is structured. So you can see what sort of images and videos are being uploaded. You can then have a look at the profile bios. So here you can see digital creator, virtual girl in Japan, brain power, and I'm not sure what that third thing is, but something else. And this is where it gets super important, is she's busy putting on her links over here, which is how the money is generated for whoever created this AI model. So we've got one over here, astralbody.xyz. So if we click on that, we will see that it takes us to a clothing store. So what she's doing, very clever, is she is selling clothing, apparel, based off of her brand. And her brand for her clothing is Astral Body. Interesting. So that's the first way she's monetizing her 388,000 followers. Another way she's monetizing is through an Amazon page. So over here, she is, I take it, selling goods. And oh, have a look at this. She is selling a bunch of things on Amazon. Very clever. If I was her, I'd also run some affiliate sales as well. And then over here, she has a Beacons AI page where she is doing coaching. She is advertising her Amazon store with the drops of her clothing. She's got some YouTube videos over here where she is, oh my goodness, Emma and BMW. She did a BMW ad. That's insane. So she's done a BMW ad. She's done an IKEA ad. She's done a Magnum ad. She's done the soda over here. She's done Tommy jeans. Wow, this is incredible. So like the Japanese really dig this influencer, and whoever created her is making massive money, obviously, from the monetization of this model. Now, what if I told you there is another way that you can monetize your influencer from the get-go? Now, this platform is still very much untapped, and it is called Fanvue. Now, think of Fanvue like some of these other large monetization platforms, but it is just so much easier to get in with an AI-generated influencer. And the reason is that for the verification of the account, they actually allow for AI-generated influencers, meaning you don't need to risk getting kicked out early on because a lot of the other monetization platforms for creators block AI-generated influencers. So Fanvue actually allow it, and they have, in my opinion, the most user-friendly way to set up the monetization of your influencer account. So let me show you how it works and how easy it is to set up your profile and start monetizing from day one. You can simply sign up using your email or your Gmail account. And once you have signed up, and you can see I'm already monetizing an AI influencer over here, but once you sign up, you can then click on Become a Creator. But before you do that, I would highly recommend that you have a look at how other AI creators are setting up their accounts and experiencing success. So I would go firstly here to Discover Creators. And we can see quite a few creators over here. And you might know some of these. I know Darren Till. But over here, we've got Aitana Lopez. And this lady is, and they say over here, an AI influencer. So let's look at Aitana Lopez's account. Here, you can see that she is charging €6.42 per month to join her account over here. And what happens is you will then be able to see all of her videos over here. That's if you subscribe to the €6.42 per month. And it says euro because I'm based in Europe. If you're in the US, it'll say USD, or if you're in the UK, it'll say pounds. So you can firstly follow for free, and that is basically like placing it on your wish list. And then if you do subscribe to her content, you get exclusive subscriber-only content, unlimited direct messaging with me. And that is probably just direct messaging with her AI chatbot, guys. It's super easy to set this stuff up. And you can cancel at any time, risk-free. And look at this. I have only just followed her, and I've already got a message saying, hey, babe, how's it going? Blah, blah, blah. Make your move. So you can actually set up these chatbots to immediately message followers and say, hey, baby, you're so close, and blah, blah, blah. It's pretty funny. And you can see other ones over here saying, hey, it's very hot in here, and all those funny things. Let's create our own profile. So the very first thing they will ask you to do is to verify your identity to be able to cash out your earnings. Now, you are allowed to sign up with an AI account. You saw it yourself. What they want from you, though, as your AI's handler, is to get an ID check as well as a selfie with your ID. And that just ensures that you as the AI handler are indeed a human. So you can go on to continue, and then it'll take you through the verification process. And once you've done that, you will then be able to create your influencer. So it'll start with the banner, your profile image, as well as your profile name. So for the profile image, we can simply take a shot of our new influencer, and we can just get like a headshot like that. And then for the banner image, you can use something like Canva to get a really nice banner sorted out, or we can AI generate on Picasso an image of her laying in the gym or whatever you want to do. And then for the profile info, you can start to edit all of this over here. So here we would say it's Jane is on a plane. Handle is like Jane for you. And then bio, too hot to handle, super cheesy. I'm probably not the best AI model handler, but you can basically have a look at some inspiration. You can also go to Instagram, and you can sort of copy the bios like they have over here. Go back to your Fanvue, and you can basically put something like this. Virtual girl in the virtual world, blah, blah, blah. You can add your location, and then you are starting to create your account. Now, once you have done this, you will be able to start uploading content, and I would highly recommend video content that you can generate with Picasso. So it's super easy to generate video content over here. All you need to do is pick your model. So once Jane is fully trained, you pick your model Jane, and then you create video content of Jane doing whatever, and you can upload that onto Fanvue. You will then be able to establish your paywall, where you can charge a certain amount of money for people to view your content. The way that I would do that is that I would look at other creators. So let's just take this DJ lady over here and see how much she is charging. Now it looks like the norm is around €6 per month that these creators are charging. So I would strategically start with a bit lower of a charge, maybe around €3 or €4 or dollars per month, just so that the barrier is a lot lower and it increases the likelihood of people converting from a link in your Instagram account to then actually paying on your Fanvue subscription. And what you can do in your Instagram bio, as an example, is say something like, get access to my exclusive video content here, and then you put a link to your actual profile link, which would be fanvue.com, Jane for you. And this profile link is what you would have in your Instagram bio as a link, or your TikTok bio. And you can say, access my exclusive video content here. And that is where you will be creating all of your video content on a platform like Picasso. And you will then get your subscribers who will gain access to your account. Now, I must just say that it is going to take a while for you to generate your 388,000 followers. This isn't overnight, and you need to be posting consistently in order to grow this following. However, there are a few sneaky ways that you can game the algorithm and gain massive traction very quickly in order to amass a following. And so the first thing that I would highly suggest you do, and this is a free tool, is to use a platform like Planable, where you can, for free, schedule the uploads of your Instagram content, and you can basically have it so that it'll post something every day. So in bulk, you can create your video and image content on Picasso. You can then save all of those files, right? And then you can go onto Planable and bulk schedule that these posts will go out every single day. Now, what the algorithm really likes on Instagram is consistent uploading. If you upload like 10 images in one day and then don't upload for a week again, then it's not going to favor your profile. But if you upload consistently one bit of content every single day, the algorithm will favor your profile and start to show you to more people. Now, if you're posting one reel every single day, reels are the type of content that will get you the highest traction in your following. So I would highly recommend you do reels of eye-catching things like, I don't know, Jane at the gym or Jane doing a TikTok dance or whatever, and throwing in some catchy music into that reel. Now, you can throw on trending music. It doesn't matter, because the goal in the short term is not to monetize the actual video content, but to just grow your following. Now, what you want to do in tandem with this is you want to follow as many accounts of males as you can. So if you've got a female Instagram model, follow as many male accounts as possible, as they will be more likely to follow you back. And be sure to like and comment on all of the content that is similar to yours. So people who are following other Instagram models, whether they are fitness models or, I don't know, lifestyle models, whatever, you need to follow those types of pages and then like and comment as much as you can on that sort of content so that it draws eyeballs to your own profile. Lastly, there are paid services like Plixi. Plixi is really good for getting real, genuine Instagram followers, and they claim to use an AI growth automation. So these are paid methods that you can use in order to skyrocket the growth of your Instagram account and do it in a much faster way. After all, you are going to want to amass thousands and then tens of thousands and eventually hundreds of thousands of followers to be able to get as many eyeballs to your homepage as possible, because this is where they will start to see your links. Now, if they see your Fanvue link here in the bio, they go straight to your page and they'll see, oh, okay, it's only like $3 or $4 or euros to gain access to the video content. And then the numbers start to get interesting, because let's just do the quick numbers on Aitana. So I will go to Aitana. So this is the other AI creator over here. She's got 375,000 followers. Now, let's say that 1% of these followers go onto her profile. So 1% of this is 3,750. So 3,750 of these followers have gone and checked out her account and are like super interested in her, and they click on her link in the bio, which would then lead to her page over here, and assume that 3,750 people went over here. They would then have seen this over here and gone like, oh, wow, I really want to see this content over here. This is really interesting. They would then click on the Join Now button. But now let's assume only 10% of them click on. So that's 3,750. 10% of that is now 375 people. So 375 people times the €6.50 gives you 2,437 euros. So let's just call it $2,500, right? Now, $2,500 per month passive is really not a bad extra sum of money to come into this AI creator's account. And the funny thing is that, remember, she's not real. She's got a handler who's probably just a regular person like you or me, who is busy creating these photos and these videos, and they've set up a really cool backend. And yeah, I was being conservative with my numbers. It could be a much higher amount of people over here that actually end up going over here. I was being super conservative with the numbers, but it gives you an idea of the amount of money and passive income money that you can be making by following this business model. Now, another thing that I have to mention is Fanvue are so super generous, because if you use your Fanvue link in the bio of your Instagram account or your TikTok account, they allow you to keep all of the earnings for 7 days that you gain through the Fanvue account. So yeah, guys, that is really super generous. And after that 7-day period, then Fanvue does take a cut of all of your earnings, and that is all that you are having to pay, really. So you don't have to pay anything for being on there. They just take a cut, and it's usually 20% of the earnings that you're making. However, if you've got your link in the bio, you get 100% of all of the earnings in the first 7 days. And so that really is important to point out. Guys, this is totally an AI business in a box. All you need to do is follow all those steps. So step 1 is creating your AI model on Picasso. Step 2 is creating your Instagram and or TikTok accounts and setting up the bios, getting a bit of content out there and scheduling it so that you can drive out that content at least once every day. And then step 3 is to create your Fanvue account, upload some video content, set everything up, make it geared for success, and set your price. If you want to charge a higher price, you can do that as well. However, what I would do is just charge a bit lower in the beginning. You can go as low as around $3 and then start to build it up from there. If you are gaining a lot of traction, you can then increase the pricing to obviously make more money from it. This is the ultimate passive income machine. There is quite a bit of setup involved, but once everything is set up, you can literally just once a week build out all of your images and video, put it on a platform like Plannable, schedule it to go out for the entire week so that you're really only working 1 day of the week, and then allowing automation and passive income to bring the goods back to you. If you have any questions about this, do let me know down below in the comments. Also, be sure to check out the links in the description below to get quick access to both Picasso and Fanvue. It has been a pleasure making this video for you. I hope that you keep it real. I hope that you keep hustling, and I'll catch you in the next video. Peace out.